Hey everybody, how's it going? Mark here. I'll be doing some, I guess, voiceover for a game against, I believe this was Tarrant on that team. Yes, I believe this was the first match. So yeah, maybe I'll just skip a little bit. Yeah. The original recording was actually without any voiceover because I was just uh in my home with my family, and yeah, I didn't really want to like talk on my mic while like mom and dad around. So yeah, I guess I'm just trying to make up for it by doing a little commentary now, I guess. Oh yeah, for this match I brought my Augur. And the reason why I brought the Augur is that I noticed that Tarrant's impressive at only 20 weapon skill. And yeah. And also like Tarrant's, how they say it. Tarrant's impressive also didn't have like mastered intimidate. He only had the basic intimidate. And no other characters really had on the roster. No other characters on the roster really had any master intimidate or something like that, if I remember correctly. So that's why I brought the Augur to, I guess, punish that. Um. Oh, yeah. I'll be also like I also like typed a bunch. Oh yeah, because I was just like replying to Kitten Paw here. Kitten Paw was saying that like um the blue color was not very, I guess, original for the sisters because it's like the default or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but like here's the thing, like no other sister warband in the tournament is playing with the blue colors, so come on, like somebody has to take the blue, right? And I think they look great in blue, in my opinion. And I think it's just like kind of like really pleasant to look at. I think some of the like darker colors, like white and black. I mean, not like darker, like not so colorful colors, or like the brown, or like they don't really have like the same vibe. I think like the red color looks a little bit too menacing on sisters. I think that's kind of prefer that on witch hunters, to be honest. And if anything, like the sisters are probably like one of the, if not the only good Mordheim faction which has like a genuine interest in like helping the city, in my opinion. And yeah, there's also like the green color for the sisters, but like that looks so ugly. Like I don't think like I like putting like green color on something which is like at least maybe forest related or something like that, and just like these sisters there. It's not that. Like I think they're like monstery sisters or something like that. Oh, what am I saying there? I was just joking with the Zombo of leadership. Trans has got like pretty funny zombie names, so yeah. Okay, I think maybe we can just kind of like skip a little bit forward. Yeah, let's probably, yeah, because this is just taking quite some time. Oh, and now it's my Augur's turn, Marina. you can see that like Marina, in comparison to the rest of the team, she plays on a higher initiative. There's nothing I can do about that, because it's just she has to wear like cloth armor. There's not really a way for me to lower that initiative without sacrificing power for it. Oh yeah, and I see like the pink horror from this position, so I'm trying to just kind of bait it here with my Augur. Frankly speaking, whenever I try like a maneuver like this, it usually just doesn't work out. And yeah, I also apologize for the, what do you call it, the yawning, I guess, but it's like midnight right now. But I've told myself to, but I'll actually do this stuff. Okay, but we're just gonna watch what the demon does, right? I think we can just kind of skip. Oh, alright, skipped a bit too much. And the pink horror just kind of leaves, so this is like a cue for me to go in. Because that's kind of just what you want to do. If you see that the enemy was engaged by the demon, you kind of just want to go there as soon as possible so that you take advantage of the fact that the enemy is fighting and is busy fighting a demon while you're fighting them, I guess. So you just kind of want the demon to work for you. Okay, and I think we can just kind of like skip to the initiative of 45s. Oh, right. And I didn't bring Sister Superior. So swarming is gonna be a little bit more difficult, but like I think it should be still doable. We'll see. So we'll skip. Skip. Right now we're not seeing what Tarrant is doing, so we might as well skip. Okay. So now it's Kaylee's turn. And yeah, like the first thing you should be doing whenever you're playing like these Mr. Henchmen is you're just supposed to look at the map, and like even for the deployment, you just look where the nearest stone is. And that's really unfortunate, but I think it's still fine. The Hornet Rat Breath gives you -50 initiative, but I feel like it was worth eating the trap here.
Objectives updated.
Regardless, because I didn't want to like lose the SB for moving around the trap. And I think I get also like a little bit rewarded for that here. Because I'm able to put Kaylee in a good scouting position. And a good scouting position is something that I need right now. I just need to see what is going on with Tarrant and this pink horror. What's the situation? And right now I'm seeing that Bluey over here has is engaging this pink horror guy. So, and Bluey, just to make it clear, is a Tarrant's melee resistance tank, but we'll see that as well. Okay, so Lisa is gonna do the same thing. She's just gonna go ahead and grab the word zone, right? Yeah, and I'm just like mentioning to people that yeah, that was the melee resistance tank. You can see that she has like 96% melee resistance, so it's not impossible to go through if you have the right tools for it. I can't believe like he named the guy Small PP. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I just grabbed the word zone here.
Objectives updated.
And again, I want to see what's happening. I get lucky here because I get plus armor. So that's great. Now that's just like one of the things when you gamble with word zone, sometimes you get rewarded. Okay, and if I'm not wrong, Mariko here is my flag bearer. Yeah, she is the flag bearer. So right now for me, what's important for Mariko, and like for like in my opinion, like flag like an advice about like flag bearers in general, because flag bearer is a sort of a unit that the enemy can see on the map, and they can see where the unit is moving at all times, where it's staying. I think it's important to create a sort of a misdirection, you know? So if I'm like putting somewhere my flag bearer, I'm not having the rest of my team there as well. Because or like I just maybe I want to like give them the illusion that yes, the rest of my team is also like in this area, but it's not actually. And here I'm saying basically that well, there are like two reasons why Pinky is pretty good against, or it's like not possible to stall indefinitely pink her, because it's a spellcaster, and as a spellcaster it also has a spell that's able to stun your unit, and if it manages to actually stun your unit, then that unit might get wrecked by melee attacks. And usually like this is also just usually one of the weaknesses of these melee resistance tanks, that they are weak to these sort of stuns and stun effects. Right now, what I'll be doing is just a small delay train, just to get my buffs going on my carries. So yeah. I'm not gonna like use a spellcasting potion for this or anything. I think it's unnecessary. Oh, it's also very important not to forget about Daredevil. Yeah, and here the best thing that I can do is just delay, honestly. Or maybe I just want to move up with Aaron as much as possible. I mean, that makes sense as well. Yeah, that makes sense. But in this case, I'm gonna be delaying with the Maiden of Sigmar. I get a Divine Revelation off. That's great. And I can just delay. And Captain here just gets in range for the buffs. Oh yeah, and this is like what I was trying to say, that with my flag bearer I created like this sort of a distraction, or like the maybe what Tarrant maybe anticipates, like where my units are, but in actuality I just want to like sort of ambush him from the backside, I guess. Um, I mean, ideally I would like to do that, so.
A new round has started.
Unfortunately, we don't really like see what's happening here against the tipping guy. I mean, not exactly. We can kind of see, but yeah. Oh yeah, and I believe also the case here was that Tarrant hasn't like started attacking. The unit just yet. Which, in my opinion, was a bit odd. I thought he would be like for sure attacking the demon immediately. So the fact that he hasn't used his offensive points against the demon, it was a bit odd to me. Especially with how squishy, or relatively squishy, the bank horror can be. And I just want to delay, just to see what happens. Small PP is a little bit out of position, but fine. Yeah, the reason why I'm saying that I want to see the imp is to scout and track the health and what's going on with the imp, obviously. Oh, yeah, I can see it like this. That's a neat trick that you can do as well. When somebody is engaged with you in a 1v1, you can see that. I'm not sure what he's doing there with his goal. You can just skip a little bit forward. Can't. We'll see what the imp does. It does a little bit of casting there. Okay, I think we can just kind of skip forward, honestly. Mentioned that I have a Taylor Swift song in my playlist. Oh, this Necromancer doesn't turn out to be like an artillery unit, but he's definitely a must-kill target because when we in general look at Tarrant's team, he doesn't really have like any damage dealers other than the Necromancer. Yeah, and that's about it. The Necromancer and the Impressive. And if the plan is to lock down the Impressive, then I'm not sure if there's like any point in anything else. Or if the point is like to lock down the Impressive, but I don't think there's like any point in trying to kill the Impressive. So yeah, like Necromancer basically was just like a high priority target. And I think one thing that we can notice definitely with Tarn's Warband is that they're definitely more on the tankier side, but he doesn't really have all that much damage, like I'm saying there. So he's not really exactly scary. He's just like a lot of health, but a lot of health that is not exactly threatening. It's just one Taylor Swift song that I have on in my playlist. That's it. Okay, maybe I think we can just kind of like skip over forward. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a bit odd. We engage there. And this is where the Impressive finally steps up. And kills. Yeah, and right now I'm just like trying to get as close as possible. The only thing that I'm trying to do is just scare him a little bit. So you can see that Zombo of leadership is in the back there, probably guarding the area so he doesn't get backdoored. I'm just trying to break the line of sight with the Necromancer so that my Augur doesn't get attacked. My Augur actually has the issue that she doesn't have enough, what do you call it, magic resistance, so yeah. So Mariko here doesn't make it either, but again, I'm just trying to not be in the line of sight of the Necromancer so that they don't get blasted with damage. Yeah, Marco can just kind of hang out there. Now with Lissa here, I'm kind of brave because, like I said, I have a 60% armor, so I don't necessarily mind just going in. I'm not sure why I'm like percepting here. I don't think I should be doing that. And this zombie right here might look very scary because he has had 80% armor, but this issue can be relatively easily resolved with what do you call it? With Etheric Elixir, which removes all 3 spell effects from a unit. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just partially like falling asleep, so I think I'll just pick up the recording some time later. Yeah. Hey all, so I'm back with my commentary, and yeah, let's wait and see what happens. So Tarrant has like a pretty defensive position set up here. He's thinking what to do here. Actually, the symbol of leadership is his flag bearer or idol bearer, so I don't really see the guy. We can see the Zombo performing here, hold ground. So, what I've seen with Tarrant he's got like a very extremely high dodge character, so he's buffing that character. And I have a counter to that character as well, so it's all good. And with my damage dealers over here, I'm just kind of setting up to attack them next round. I mean, to go in next round. Or that's like ideally what I would want to achieve here. So just in case, I set up here a trap. I don't really expect anybody to go in, or maybe even. I think Tarrant might have expected that I was going like from the back, but I just set up a black powder trap here just in case, so that I don't get like locked up by like a melee resistance tank or something like that. And of course, I refreshed the Daredevil. Now, Erin here is quite far away, but I think she can. I thought she could kind of make it there. Sorry. That's like decent, you know. I decided to delay here. That makes sense. Delaying here kind of makes sense because, yeah, then I can go grab my maid and for her to do her stuff. So. Oh, but I don't notice here that I actually waste. I did my thing wrong and I by accident wasted my SP. So it is what it is. Like I got the worst deal out of it basically. And here with Kylina, I have like plenty of passive points. So I refresh Blessing of Athleticism here because I think overall it's just more important. Because of the shorter duration and because we are a Daredevil warband. I think I shouldn't have. Maybe I could have done like the Blessing of Athleticism here. I don't know. Sigmar's Might, I think, is relatively okay to do here. The issue with casting like Sigmar's Might upgraded as a third spell is that the Divine Wrath gets to 10. Instead of if I just play the basic Blessing of Athleticism, the Divine Wrath chance would be 5. Yeah. Right, and we have Kaylee here. I'm not sure why I'm trying to roll perception here. I think I'm trying to scout out the enemy, but I don't think it's. I don't know if it's necessary, frankly speaking, so. But it does give me pretty good information about what's going on here. So right now what I'm trying to do here is just kind of like put myself somewhere where the Necromancer is gonna have a hard time targeting me and sniping me. I'm not really afraid of warp overcharges because I don't really have denied access to Word Zone. That should be fine. So I'm just like, I'm really just trying to, yeah. Like, not get targeted by Necromancer if possible. Blue Horrors now take their turn. The Blue Horrors are mostly harmless. I believe they have one spell which makes the enemy get stunned, so that one is relevant. Yeah, I believe it's Sinch's Embrace, exactly. But I
A
believe
new
in
round
this
has
case
started.
it doesn't really matter because the zombie goes before Lisa anyway. So this is also like one thing with the blue horrors being able to counter melee resistance tanks because they have access to a spell which is able to stun people. So yeah. The 95 here is the melee resistance tank that Tarrant has. Oh yeah, this is like a pretty good thing to do if you have like high initiative unit, like being able to play like this delay game, you know? Because if the enemy is trying to play a delay game with you, like you can see that he's delaying with his Vampire Thrall. Then it makes also a lot of sense to try to match it, because the more times the enemy delays, the more SP they have to use overall. And if they have to use too much SP, they might not be able to achieve their goals anymore. Yeah. And the thing about my leader, she has like a lot more SP than the other units, and she also has meditation, so I don't really mind going for this delay. And just observe what happens, right? Because ideally, I want her to end her turn, right? Yeah, so I might as well delay because there's no way for me to set up my Augur in such way that she's just gonna sit on an impressive. And also the way I built my Augur is that she's vulnerable to magic, so even if she just like kind of went in, she can't really do that properly because she's just gonna get wrecked. Oh, and this was pretty nice. As it turns out, that sun was actually quite useful in helping deal with this zombie. That's the thing to know about crits, that they pierce armor completely. So they're pretty damn good counter to high armored targets. And I'm not sure what Tarrant does here. Oh, he delays. So, the thing about delaying here, I'm not sure if I would just like move away. I mean, I guess it's fine, because maybe he's just afraid of comets. That's a fair point, I guess. But now Tarrant is dealing with two characters. He's dealing with Vampire Thrall, and he's dealing with Impressive. So we'll see if he tries to delay with Vampire Thrall again. Because if so, it's like overall it's trickier trying to delay with two characters rather than one. And if the enemy, if you see that the enemy is delaying with two characters, and it's a good idea to delay with one of your characters, because then you can get more what do you call it? More SP out of enemy, right? And here, I think he does the right thing to give up on the Vampire Thrall delays, but we can see that the what do you call it? The horror, the crypt horror is still delaying, and I don't really want to deal with the count like damage from the from this guy. So yeah. I assume we're gonna see here some damage. I believe this Necromancer has Rotten Touch Mastery. No. Okay, well that's perfect. This is actually really good for me. That Tarrant is wasting his offensive points on buffing its zombies, because I'm gonna remove those buffs anyway with Etheric Elixirs. So right now he's just wasting time. He would have been like better off just using his offensive points on actually casting offensive spells, and it seems like Tarrant is running a little bit out of time. Ouch. Wow, he failed Corpse Slash, but yeah, I was at home with my family, so that's why I don't have mic. I didn't have mic, so yeah. Let me see. Yeah, basically he did nothing with his Necromancer. I mean, he just tried to like buff a little bit of his units. But again, I don't care about buffs that he puts on his units, because I'm just gonna Etheric Elixir them away. So yeah. Casting some more Corpse Flesh, but like I said, I don't care. I would be shocked if he casts Corpse Flesh here at the zombie as well, and he does. But like I was saying, Etheric Elixir. And if you're gonna like etheric elixir in PvP a zombie, then you should just do it like right away. And warp overcharge here, it doesn't matter. Like I feel like there's just no point in going for this warp overcharge. Like I said, there's like plenty of stone around, so yeah. I can just disengage, grab a stone, or like use that corpse which is next to me, the loot point. Use that. I think delaying here still makes sense because I'm a little bit afraid of this horror. Let's see if I think that as well. Okay, I'm checking here. I can see people through the wall. I mean, I kind of see the setup, right? This is why like perception is like pretty damn useful for aggressive teams. Just to get a better idea of where everybody is, so yeah. But here, I think like the link still just makes sense. I mean, I cannot make it to the enemy, right? Oh, I almost delayed with that. And just the entire point of this is wasting enemies' time. And that's why I believe I start delaying with sisters as well. Because their SP is not important. The SP of the impressive is important. I don't know if I do the same thing with Mariko. I wouldn't be surprised if I do actually do the same thing with Mariko here. Oh, I also grabbed one wordstone shard.
Updated.
Just in case I get warp overcharged. So I can reloot it later just in case. And I think there's genuinely no point in me, how would I say it? Like trying to engage somebody with when I don't have like enough SP and stuff. So I think just delaying here makes a lot of sense for Mariko. Or do I think something else? Yeah, it looks like have like a different idea. I think like maybe the link here was probably better. Setting up Sign of Sigmar is not exactly bad either. Oh, and I ran out of time there, so it was a mistake. I really just needed a delay there. Just one more delay, my opinion. Tarrant here is doing a perception roll. He's trying to find my damage. He's trying to find my impressive, but I believe he doesn't find it. Yeah, he's just scouting a little bit, get a better idea of what he's doing. And I believe he shouldn't actually see my sisters. The fact is, even if he like somehow saw my sisters, it's like completely fine. But the thing is, I was in the next house, not this house, like right next to it. So And I believe Tarrant here just sets up an defensive position. And he does like an ambush stance at the end there, which we'll see how it actually turns out. I don't think I should be like buffing here. I think I should just go in at this point. Don't think there's like a point. Okay, I decide there is a point in giving the blessing of athleticism. See how it actually turns out. And I'm curious if I decide to delay here. I wouldn't be surprised if I did. I think it would make sense, honestly. Just to get like more SP out of the impressive. Let's see. Okay, I decided to just go in. And you can see that I have like 5 offensive points on me. So that means that I'll be able to get in like 2 attacks. And I do decide to delay. Or do I? I'm running out of time here. I have like roughly 40 seconds. I think the better play would have been to actually delay, but I'm not sure if I would have like enough SP to reach the enemy then. That's kind of the thing, right? But it looks like I would have enough SP to reach the enemy. Especially if we remember that this zombie over here has got an ambush setup. So I make him charge me. And I get 2 attacks in. Aaron here is gonna be dying though. But you can see that I have still like 1 SP left over, and that definitely could have been used on that delay. So I think that is a misplay, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, and this is like also that issue. Why that one more delaying would have helped a lot. Turned its strength to inch here with, well, we'll see. Yeah, Tarrant is just trying to inch here with Adrenaline Rush to see if he like finds something. But no, he doesn't like find like points to connect with my circle of engagement. My engagement ring, I guess. With Lisa here, I don't have like Etheric Elixir, I have it on the other unit, so... Oh, Captain here can actually go kill that Zombo with leadership, because she's got like decent, what do you call it, decent armor penetration. She's got 30% armor penetration due to the axis. So yeah. And we know that the Impressive is not a threat anymore, so this should be fine. And Captain here has always a trick up her sleeve with getting more initiative with the drink that gives her more initiative, and just swapping to daggers. She's got like quick swap, so it's cheap. I get some pretty good attacks in. And here's where I can just Crimson Shade and get myself up to 83 initiative. And I believe this initiative jump should jump most of the characters except for that melee resistance tank. I delay here because I want to apply the etheric elixir, but frankly speaking, I'm not sure if it actually works. I sometimes have like this issue when I'm delaying and somebody has like negative initiative that they become undelayable, so you cannot attack them. So that's why I'm like attacking here right now, just to break that parry stance. Yeah, I'm mentioning it here. But as it turns out, I am actually able to delay into her, which frankly speaking, I was a little bit shocked that it actually worked. And she's got the etheric elixir, and you can see that the dude has 80% armor, and now he's got 35% armor, which makes it like a prime target for my maiden to kill it. Now it could be actually attacking also that Zombo of leadership, but like I'm pretty sure it's relatively dangerous because the melee resistance tank is in the area. So I don't really want to deal with that. So I prefer just charging here, because I want to save up the 1 SP for movement. Tarrant admits that he didn't see my maiden. Oh, well, that's perfect. And here I just want to hide away my maiden. I'm not really... I don't think like engaging blue horror makes sense. But hiding away maiden makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I could actually just buff them around a little bit. Why not? That's a good idea. Yeah, I can do that as well. I think it's a good idea. Just refresh Divine Revelation on my melee resistance tank. Yeah, I like it. And I might as well refresh the Sigmar Smite and Blessing of Athleticism. And you can see the potential Divine Wrath chance is 5%, so it should be fine. Okay, so here I can just Exhaustion. And I'm just gonna hide behind the card so that I don't get like barraged by a Necromancer with his spells, so yeah. I also just want to like try to get away from that melee resistance tank as far away as possible. And I'm not afraid of this melee resistance tank coming from the house from that way, because, what do you call it? Well, there's the demon blocking the path, so he can't do it. He cannot do it, basically.
Objectives updated. Objectives updated.
And with Kaylee here, I thought about like engaging the demon, but I think it's just... I think there's no point in doing that. Like the demon still might work for me, I guess. And I would prefer this demon like unblocking the pathway for me so that I can just go in on the next round.
Objectives updated.
Oh, and I refresh here the Wordstone Shard buff.
Objectives
movement.
updated.
I believe I also set up here an ambush. Yes, I do. In case somebody like will want to attack me. This is also like a very slight protection against the impressive. I don't think it's gonna.
A new
too
round
much.
has started.
Now Tarrant is moving with his melee resistance tank. Oh, and he doesn't expect an ambush here, but it happens. So this messes up with him quite a bit. It's warp overcharging Aaron here, but like I said, I have like plenty of, what do you call it, etheric elixirs. So it might not be relevant. I think he would have been maybe better off with just regular melee attacks. Okay, but you can see that he is also like kind of lacking the SP to get somewhere. He does have meditation, but he's unable to engage my, what do you call her? My Maiden of Sigmar, which is exactly what I wanted to achieve, right? And that's why I was also hiding her. And you can see that, yeah, that he's just not able to do what he wanted to do with his melee resistance tank. But he's just kind of committed her here already, can't really go back. I think he would have been like best off engaging the, what do you call her? My captain. And yes, Aaron is super dead. Here just swapping to my axes makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna finish off the zombie. That's perfect. And Captain here is also going to check the area a little bit. In the house. How's it looking? Where everybody is, and so on. Or no, interesting. I decided to delay. I think that kind of makes sense, honestly, because I'm waiting to see what the demon does. The high initiative ghoul is the guy that has a lot of dodge, and I know that Tarrant wants to put this guy on my well, ideally on my Daredevil Maiden, because this guy has 1 million dodge. And the Bulgari just decides to jump Mirina here, and then he changes his mind, so that's perfect. That's just really perfect. He changes his mind because he hit the trap. We'll see how relevant that is overall. I'm actually kind of curious. Oh. So we know that Perry the Platypus is like here, hiding under the staircase, and we know that he has basic intimidate. So it might be possible to like keep him in there. I was expecting the ghoul here to be in ambush, but he's not, because he was just like delaying. And I'm like expecting him to like charge me at any moment or something. But you can see also that this also kind of cleared the area for me to go inside the house. And I'm swapping here to 2 daggers. I believe both of the daggers are daggers of speeds. And this captain here was made or built in such way to counter dodge tanks. You can see that there is the roll dodge success is like 50-50 right now. But if there was like somebody else, connected to the engagement circle or engagement ring, then what do you call it? I do some orders here. Then there would be like more. What do you call it? Shit, I'm so stupid. She would get like 30% additional dodge piercing. So right now we're just playing a game of 50-50. And seems like I'm winning the game of 50-50 right now. So yeah. And I decide to engage the impressive here. Oh. I think it is impossible to... I think it is impossible to engage the impressive in such way that I'm not intimidatable, I guess. I don't know if I need to refresh Sign of Sigmar. Yeah, it looks like it needs to. So I think the correct play is just go ahead and do that. Yeah. But that's kind of like the risk. Now it's his impressive turn. He tries to intimidate here. And you can see that I have pretty good chance, 76, that he has to beat. And the other roll was 63. So if Tarrant had the Mastery Intimidate, he would have succeeded here, but he doesn't have it. So now he's just stuck in this sort of a situation. With his impressive. And I believe he's not even running like any Perseverance runes. So this is a bit of a checkmate right now. Well, a kind of a checkmate. The thing is, we still have to see what he actually does with his Necromancer. I mean, ideally he just wants to go kill everybody, but I don't know if he can do that. His Necromancer... Oh, he decided to delay. Well, that was arguably a mistake. And with his Vampire, he decides to finish off Aaron. The thing about his Vampire is that although he kind of looks intimidating with 500 health and a lot of armor, he doesn't really deal all that much damage, so it's not really a scary Vampire. But you can see that he manages to take her out anyway. So right now what he should be doing is protecting his Necromancer. Yeah, exactly. I'm just speaking to myself in the chat. But what we see happen, he just decides to use the SP on some potions. And he makes the mistake of leaving the Necromancer open. And I believe Tarrant maybe underestimates my movement here a little bit. Yeah, I was super happy that I actually had like enough space to move around. And I'm just gonna like pin down the Necromancer here. And for good measure, I'm gonna also apply the Jaw Strike. I believe Tarrant didn't even have time to pick up the word zone either, so yeah. Oh, and I apply Sticky Sludge here, right, to help with the dodge sir. And I can just Web of Steel. So right now, the Ghoul and the Necromancers are set up to die. And what I want to do here as well is engage the... what do you call her? The lady. The Vampire Thrall. So that she's stuck on me and she cannot do anything. I'm trying to position my Novice in such way so that I'm able to, what do you call it? Like get away from her, I guess. And right now I'm just farming my dodge chance so that it's higher. So I sidestep here. Necromancer decides to go for a Crimson Shade, but at this point it doesn't matter. It's too late. And it doesn't like achieve anything. I mean, I suppose you can like deny something. Oh, and I think I got kind of lucky here with the Crimson thingies. I mean, with the Rotten Touches. Yeah. Oh. Doesn't work out for him. That's why he should have like been a little bit more proactive, I guess, and should have like tried to kill her immediately. With those, with like picking up words and all that. And he has only basic quick casting, so... Oh, but he manages to get it anyway. Oh, and Kaelina here's got like pretty easy job of just trying to get to the Necromancer. She's got amazing movement, so yeah. It's relatively easy. He's got a parry stance, but... Oh, but he's like, what do you call it? He's terrorized, so it doesn't matter. But still, like... And even if he did manage to parry me, that would have been fine, so yeah. Because Kaelina's got 20 strength and 70% parry bypass. I think attacking here kind of does make sense against the ghoul, but actually I don't think it does make sense. No, sorry. Maybe like, yeah, starting to work on the vampire here makes much more sense overall. The issue is I'm just gonna be relying on random crit chance. Yeah, and you can see that the crit chance is 27. It's pretty good, all things considered. And this is also like one of those weaknesses for this vampire. But yeah, that's why he needs like corpse slash. Oh yeah, I love the necromancer because we know that he's got Wordstone fragment.
Objectives updated.
The Fury Elixir doesn't really matter all that much at this point, to be honest, but I don't know, I was happy about it for some reason. Oh, I guess it's relevant for like the warp overcharge, right? I don't think attacking the vampire here makes any sense. Oh, I'm trying to apply a Etheric Elixir on the guy. That makes kind of sense, but I believe he doesn't have any buffs on him. I think he does have Corpse Slash, so... Yeah, and I just kind of like lock down his melee
A new
resistance
round
tank.
has started.
She doesn't have Intimidate or anything, so... And I wouldn't even build like Intimidate on a melee resistance tank, but yeah. I get Warp Overcharge here, but like I was saying, it doesn't matter. And this doesn't matter either. And this doesn't matter either. Get a good parry in. So right now, I think I got kind of lucky here because we are sharing the same initiative with the ghoul, but I'm going first, so it's perfect. And I believe running away might be the better thing to do with Marina. But I decided to just play it safely and I just simply disengage. And I get my orders back in. But no, I just killed the small PP. And we get back on the big PP. I'm trying to put her in such a position that I do not get intimidated, but it's fine. No, actually I was trying to put my lady in such a position so that I block the vampire from being able to disengage and parry the platypus from being able to disengage, so yeah. I get sticky sludge, but it's okay. And I actually make a mistake here. I was trying to attack here the vampire actually and engage it. Wait, what just happened? Okay, I need to like run this over again. Sorry. Because I had like 55 seconds. I have no idea how my end turned there. I think I somehow like ended the turn accidentally, but I have no idea how. I believe the vampire here is not able to disengage, though. So this actually turns out in my favor quite well. He warp overcharges her, but it's fine. Doesn't deal enough damage. So even taking the damage is completely okay. And Tarrant just confirms here that Intimidate has been blocked, so he just wants everything ended. And I'm trying to end the guy, but he's got like very defensive units, so it's tricky. And again, without Perseverance, he just doesn't have a chance getting to me. And I get rid of the warp overcharge here.
Objectives updated. Objectives updated.
He fails the fear test, but it's fine. We don't really care. Oh yeah, and she does the same thing, right? Because she doesn't want to get warp overcharged.
Objectives updated.
We use the Wordstone Fragment
Objectives
because that has the
updated.
lowest chance of inflicting something negative on us. Oh yeah. I'm considering if I should apply something on the guy, but I don't do that. Oh, yeah, I believe I'm trying to set up my sister in such way so that like the blue demon is also like blocked. I'm a little bit afraid that the blue guy might decide to engage my captain, and that would be kind of an issue. But I don't know if I did the right thing, so yeah. I fail here, but I try breaking her parry anyway. Taking damage on Elixir is completely acceptable, it's fine. Adrenaline rushing should be fine here as well. Oh, I decided to disengage, okay. I think I get like increasingly more worried about the, what do you call it? That blue horror. I don't know if I engage it or not. But no, I just decided to block it from here. Makes sense. And I go round 2 against the vampire. I give him a Etheric Elixir, but I don't believe he has any buffs on him. He doesn't actually, so it was a pointless Etheric Elixir to do on the guy. Yeah, it doesn't change anything because it doesn't have Corpse Slash on him. I refresh my Daredevil and I try attacking him, obviously. And here I'm just hoping for a lucky crit, right? And I just start free casting. And with Innervation I'm trying to basically get my offensive points back. I got one. And on my third cast I like Blessing of Athleticism. I get Unearthly Vision, but it's completely okay. And I try again, but I don't know. I just see that it's just not working, so I just give up here. The switching weapons doesn't do anything here. The switching of weapons doesn't do anything here, so yeah. We'll just have to see what the blue horror actually does. And I don't understand this. Oh, she actually like saves on the stun resistance here. Wow. Lucky Mariko there.
A new round has started.
I don't know if I see here the maiden for others. Hopefully I do. But no, it doesn't seem like it. So I just have to delay here for the captain, and I'll be ordering the captain. Okay, Lena starts taking damage. The vampire can't cast on him. I mean, on her. And I think this is the point where I just decided that I'm not gonna kill the impressive, because I don't have like enough healing to get like Kaelina, to give like a Kaelina proper fight against the enemy impressive, and I don't really have like any safe way of dealing the impressive. Yeah, also the fact that Tarrant here has to like switch weapons, or he decides to switch weapons here from his two-handed, it kind of sucks for him. Okay, and he decides to like counter me here with my orders. With a threaten, so that's pretty creative of the guy, can I say. And he decides to switch weapons again, but I don't think that's good. I'm not sure why he didn't keep threatening me. Doesn't quite make sense in my opinion. Here I have to refresh the Daredevil. And I'm not gonna deal enough damage, but it's fine. I'm not sure why I'm delaying here. Oh, right, to break the parry stance, that makes a lot of sense. Marco here is doing pretty well. He does sidestep, and that's all, because there's not much more to discuss. And you can see here that I'm like getting some decent damage in. I think delaying here makes a lot of sense. I don't really want to be engaged to this guy. Get my orders in. The captain. Ideally here for Maiden of Sigmar. Then I get my attacks in with my Maiden. And again, I'm hoping for a crit. I believe I messed up here and I was supposed to like cast the... Oh, never mind. Yeah, but I was supposed to like do the buffs here. And I believe what I decide to do here, I just get myself ready to kill the melee resistance tank, kind of. Because I cannot attack it, right? Like, I think this melee resistance tanks currently has a chance to... kill my impressive. Succeeds. But I believe I try for it again. I get repented. Prevents spellcasting, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Especially since I didn't have like the Sigmar thingy. And I believe I just run away with Captain, just in case. Failed the test here, but it's fine. I actually don't realize this, but... oh. Am I not able to was I not able to disengage there? I'm not sure. But I made a mistake there. Actually last turn. Somehow the Vampire Thrall is gonna be able to disengage, you're gonna see, so yeah. She got Siege embraced again, but I didn't see any like stun check again, so I'm a little bit confused how this spell actually works, frankly speaking.
A new round has started.
I'm saying I need to kill the vampires, yeah. Yeah, and somehow Vampire Thrall is able to disengage here. She's gonna stick on my imp. And this changes quite a few things, because it's gonna be like more pressure on my impressive overall. Elena gets fainted. And this is just overall kind of a tricky situation, to be honest. We'll see what happens. You can also see here that I ate the warp overcharge. Didn't care. Right now what I need to do is put Marina, her, next to my impressive so that I'm actually able to order her, because from this angle she doesn't see Helena. He tries going for attacks here, but it doesn't matter. In fact, like the fact that he's like attacking with two-handed weapon is just in general bad. Because he's gonna have like 0 damage. And he goes for it anyway, so. And he does threaten me, so. And when I said my girl, I was talking about my my novice. I need to do like a small switcheroo here, so that's quite tricky, unfortunately. But I need to kill the demon. And the person that's gonna be doing the killing is gonna be the captain. And I try to get in as much damage as possible, so I'm trying to get in the free attacks. I don't know if it's gonna be enough damage. I hope it's gonna be. And I'm trying to get in like damage with everybody basically. But I'll be delaying with Mariko. Oh, and I believe I save up some of the OP for a feint against this guy. So right now I'm still delaying with Marina because it's not obvious to me, or I do it already. Interesting. I do decide to do it. But I guess I'm quite confident in the fact that I manage. Yeah, I think it made more sense to delay first. And then run. Here I have to swap. And I'm swapping here to Daggers of Perseverance. So this is like both a mix of dealing with a high dodge character, but also dealing with a melee resistance tank. And eventually I should be able to actually beat her. Melee resistance. I don't dare to adrenaline rush here because I don't know if I have the damage. I don't know if I have the damage. I think I should just... Yeah, actually attacking here just makes a lot of sense. Just try to kill the blue horror as soon as possible. And this novice has quite a few Serenity stacks on her already. Interesting that I decide to flee here. I think the link would have been probably better because I just like ran away so far away. And again, I'm just trying to set her up in such way so that my novice is not going to be able to be intimidated. My novice here has the delay. And Marina has the delay again. And Captain is gonna try to kill the guy. There is no point in charging, I believe. I mean, I guess there is. Actually, I think there was like a legit point to try to charge. Yeah, and I managed to kill it, so that's perfect. And I don't think I need Captain anymore, because Captain just cannot deal with melee resistance tanks, or I think he's not as effective enough. I think she's best off just covering some ward zone, honestly.
Objectives updated.
Mariko now is able to... Oh, I leave the healing draught there so that it can be picked up by somebody else. And I adjust my positioning a little bit with inching so that I'm hopefully at least able to get the basic dodge stance in. And I go for a basic feint. And you can see that she has like quite a few Serenity stacks already, so it's gonna be very tricky for Tarrant to get through that. Oh, yeah, and I grab the healing draught and I feed it to the maiden. And this should kind of seal the deal with the fact that I don't think he's gonna be able to actually kill my maiden. My maiden also regains spellcasting
A
on the
new
next
round
turn,
has
so
started.
that's pretty good. And Tarrant here is just wasting time. And sidestep doesn't matter because I have like a dodge piercing. I don't think ordering here is good just yet because I don't have the buffs on her. So I think it's a better idea to just wait a little bit. So I think delaying here makes a lot of sense. But no, I just decided to go for the order right away. And I believe I swap here so that I'm able to get like more. I think I could have definitely played this faster. I'm not sure why I'm playing so slowly. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about here even. Definitely could have played it faster. But Marina is set up to turn the guy. And I do a sidestep. So, Kaelin is gonna continue. I'm able to cast again, so that's perfect. And I just start casting here. And this is why the Perseverance route is pretty damn good, right? I get a spellcasting off, so I can just get back to attacking her. I have a pretty high crit chance as well. That's pretty good. And I think at this point I can just adrenaline rush. And we should be relatively safe. Because I'll be getting orders from my leader next round. And I do get a crit here as well, which is pretty good. And I fail spellcasting here, so I just end my turn. I don't think I need to risk anything. And here the smartest play is just, yeah, set up Sign of Sigmar and go to a sidestep. I don't need to attack the guy. Litza here doesn't have anything to do, I believe. So, yeah.
Objectives updated.
Frankly speaking, I'm not sure why I'm like doing this, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing this. I guess it's like extra safety. Somebody else can pick up that word, so it should be fine. Captain here is just gonna grab all the words some possible.
Objectives updated. Objectives
Technically, I
updated.
just need these 3 word songs, but for some reason I started picking up some more. I guess just in case. Like, honestly.
Objectives
But I didn't
updated.
technically need them. And like I was saying, Captain here is done. He doesn't have anything else to do. Yeah. Yeah, my Augur has higher initiative, so she's gonna get orders. Here is where I start thinking about, like, and Tarrant here just calls the end of the match, so yeah. Yeah, and okay, that's it. But I understand Tarrant's frustration, so yeah, it sucks. Okay, that's it. Bye.